One of the key objectives was meeting the British ambassador at the embassy. In fact, it was better than that because he invited me and Helen for tea at his residence. So it was much more informal and we could chat more comfortably rather than in a formal situation like the embassy. So that objective was good. And we had other objectives, and we met with the Kiev School of Economics, one of the chief persons there, to link with our new program for dislocated Ukrainian students. So that was actually very fruitful as well.
It was very emotional for me. I was born in Ukraine. I left Ukraine before the invasion, before the war started, almost the same day. And I have just returned from Ukraine after already 2 years of war taking place. And I think it's very emotional because what I have seen, I saw that Ukrainians are tremendously coping. They are enjoying every single moment they can enjoy. In what way? They are actually appreciating life because they don't know what will happen, and it's so heroic because you can see that sirens, just are constant, that these apps are installed in every single Ukrainian mobile phone, but still life continues and they do their jobs. They can't excuse themselves. They go every day. They try to be very creative. They try to support the government, the president, and they try to do everything to help the country to exist. And I think this is something which, when you see that the life continues and the passion is there, this is what you really want to jump into this train, and you really want to help and be part of this journey. And I have to say to you that this is, for me, a Ukrainian who was in the country which supported tremendously Ukraine from the very beginning. I am British now. I acquired British citizenship a long time ago. I relocated from Ukraine in 2011. And I have to say that being there in Ukraine, being part of today's support, which I see from the UK, makes me, just feeling very proud, but also, just willing to act. And this is why, as Stephen said, our mission was accomplished, but we would like to get more people to join us and help not only, just the average Ukrainians, but help, like those who are, just like Stephen mentioned, Timothy from Kiev School of Economics, Nazar, who is 17, will be 18 years of age, student, who is so passionate. He is in Ukraine and he is so proactive. And there are many of this type Ukrainian students stuck in Ukraine and stuck proudly because they want to transform the country. They want the country already being transformed through their enthusiasm and their passion and their knowledge. And they really want, just to send the message across through us, their ambassadors, to the world. We talk. So, and this is why we are sending this message to business entrepreneurs, some philanthropists to join. And what we offer, I think, is very practical. So in a nutshell, we know that Ukraine is a very, it's a big country with the population of over 40 million before the invasion started. Roughly speaking, around 12 millions have already been dislocated and reallocated from Ukraine. And this is where we know most definitely that among those dislocated Ukrainians, there is a real strong percentage of the very capable Ukrainian young adults aged 17 plus, who are able to be upgraded in their skills, supported with some, just I would say, like fast-track education, and be included into the economy of those countries like the UK to support the economy, to be really the driving force in building the productivity, and be prepared to come back and rebuild their country after the war. And I think this is what we are passionate about, what we were discussing with Timothy, one of the senior, just manager in Kiev School of Economics. And I think this is what makes us really pushing this initiative forward, because, as I said, this will be very mutually beneficial exercise.
It was interesting, my meeting with Ambassador Martin Harris, because Martin and I worked together. He was in Moscow while I was based in the embassy in Kiev. But since then, Martin was also in Kiev. So he saw the difference. He returned November 23 as ambassador, and he's seen what the changes are. And he and I both agree, and Helen has seen it. It's now the younger generation. They have a different approach, to the future, and particularly the future of Ukraine. As far as the education goes, one of the big issues is that it's mainly females that have been dislocated. Males aren't allowed to leave the country because of the conscription rules. So they're the target for UK students, and in Europe. Some have gone to America. But the big issue is that they effectively can't continue their university education. How do they do it if they're not at university? They can't enter here because it's difficult. The system here doesn't really allow for it. So what our program will do is help them continue their degree. We are now accredited for first year and second year university level. So we can then produce programs to suit mainly for economics, business and innovation and entrepreneurship, to encourage these students to enhance their learning, get new skills and knowledge for when they return. The war will end. Wars always end. It's a question of when. So what we're hoping to do is prepare these people, students, young adults, and older generation. They can join the courses as well. So when they return to Ukraine, they're in a better position to help the country, the economy and society be regenerated. And that's the whole purpose. So as Helen said, what we need are businesses and philanthropists to join us to help them, help fund these courses. We can provide accommodation as well. And we've got a strong link, let's say, with Kiev School of Economics, but also with Berkeley University of California. So they have great opportunity to make the most of the three of us. Ukraine, America and UK. And UK is really I spoke to Martin, the ambassador, about, we are the strongest voice in the world for Ukraine. Britain is the one driving it. And we just need now to get people on board with us and with the British government and the British Embassy in Kiev to start driving to help Ukraine get regenerated?
Yes, we developed the relationship with Kiev School of Economics, but our relationship with University of California, Berkeley has been already established. And I think it's worth explaining that last August we brought a few Ukrainian students, and among those Ukrainian students was one particular who have been with us doing fast track A level, and he is Ukrainian. He has gone through the whole process, and he set up his startup, which was really, just I think boosted in a way or supported during his visit and networking in California.
It's a 1 week boot camp.
And I think what Alexander has mentioned recently, this helped a lot, not only to him as just a Ukrainian graduate, but it helped Ukraine as well, because what his idea and what his investment was about, that he created the company supporting, providing the psychological support, not only to, he started with teenagers, but now he is helping the military people. He is helping some dislocated people. So it's really developed, and this is what we are saying. We are saying that our program. And we are no longer considering A level as the only program. So this program, which has been accredited, enables students to fast track, get qualification, but at the same time be employable, be innovative, and be really in a position of supporting, developing startups and ideas to develop the country. And not only the country, we are talking about Ukraine, but those countries, they are stationed now and located. So I think it's a very interesting topic, because we feel that being in the education, being involved in the education, we see the teenagers, young adults, they are now changing, and the economy is changing. And this is why the UK government has enabled institutions like us, ours, to get through this accreditation, to say, okay, what we can do to boost the economy. So in a way, we are doing what any business should be doing, getting 17, 18 years of age students already experiencing this mindset on thinking what I would like to do in my employment, what I would like to experience. And I think this is what we've been thinking through. And in fact, one of our British students have just finished A level and decided not to go to university, because he felt that with that one particular day per week of work experience enabled him to become very experienced in developing this software engineering ideas. And he would like now to have this 2 years, like a gap, experiencing and accelerating some, just startup ideas. And then, just if he is ready, coming back to education and graduating from university. So as we see, everything is changing. So it's not that, just only war effects. It's now, just the world is changing, and we really adapting. And this is why we feel that with philanthropists, with business in Oxfordshire, we can really improve the future of the world through this, innovation and entrepreneurship and new mindset of this young generation.
Yeah, so what we're doing then is the students, not just students, there will be some women who come over with their families, probably want to be retrained. So we can encourage that as well. But what we're trying to do is teach them 21st century, what's going on in the world now with innovation, entrepreneurship, and gain all these skills and knowledge. particularly with businesses, philanthropists, because when the war finishes, there will be enormous opportunities in Ukraine. There will be huge amounts of money going in there, billions of dollars and pounds from the West and America going into the country, and it needs to be utilised in the right way. So if you have highly skilled individuals, they can help businesses and philanthropists to use and utilise their skills for businesses in Ukraine.
We are teaching students every day how to be socially responsible, how to be really reading around their subjects, how to understand what is happening in the world, how to learn about international affairs and conflict resolution, how to really be part of the process of this conflict resolution, not only by taking the opinions of experts, just for granted, but by analyzing and supporting. And this is what we discussed with Kiev School of Economics, that we can create this blended learning with dislocated Ukrainians here, with some Europeans here, at the same time joined by Ukrainians who are in Ukraine. So in a way, the world then, just talks the same language.
One major event this year for the Oxbridge Foundation, we are hosting a grand gala dinner at Blenheim Palace on October the 19th. Our ambassador for the Oxbridge Foundation, as some people will know, is Andrei Shevchenko, who sports stars or sports people will understand, played for AC Milan and for Chelsea and for Ukraine. He also ended up managing Ukraine. He has now recently been appointed as the president of the Ukrainian Football Association. So Andrei is the host for us and our ambassador for this grand gala event. And we've invited Martin Harris, the ambassador, and some other prestigious dignitaries to join the event as well. And it's essentially will be some auction lots, some very interesting lots for an auction to raise funds to support some of the students who don't have the money to join this course.
I would like to add, Blenheim Palace is a very symbolic place, and we feel that currently we are in a situation with Ukraine and the war where we want to invite and get influential or those people who are very keen to set the peace, but at the same time to really get the future established in the right way. And this is where our historians normally would say that Blenheim, and Battle of Blenheim was very symbolic for the history of Europe. And the same as now we are in a situation where we want to bring those philanthropists, those business-minded people, entrepreneurs, educationalists for this event, and get not only the message to be sent across, but real action plan to establish, to support through the scholarships, but at the same time to start driving this process, as we said earlier, getting these dislocated Ukrainians with British students, with international and other students, joining these opportunities, this program, this course, through the combination of boot camps and fast track, either A-level or level 5, which we have accredited, and joining this business in the workforce to really transform the economy of this country and the economy of Ukraine. And I think this is why we want to send this message with invitation. So be proactive, join us, help. It's only, just as we say, the event will be happening on the 19th of October. Andrei Shevchenko, who is very passionate about young generation, he is now the president of Association of Football of Ukraine. He believes in future generation. He, in fact, we read his book, and this is what he is saying. He does appreciate that those people and those mentors who were not indifferent to him, they helped him when he was 12, 14, 16. And this is why he took the path of, just a real stoic, person. And he persevered and he achieved a lot. And this is what he is saying through, just communication with us, with our students, that you need to listen to those mentors, but those mentors, they need to join us.
Blenheim Palace is very symbolic with the Duke of Marlborough and the Battle of Blenheim, but also remember it was the birthplace of Sir Winston Churchill, and who had another great effect on the pathway of Europe in the Second World War. Interestingly enough, in July, there's going to be another big event at Blenheim Palace, 3 months before our event. And there will be 50 heads of states and ambassadors discussing the situation in Ukraine and in Europe. So Blenheim is very important to the whole effect of what's going on.
We recognized when we were in Ukraine how important to be very vocal, to be very proactive now. The time is ticking. And of course, it's not only the military support the country needs, but it's the moral and other support in education, in every single, just way we can demonstrate and unite our efforts to support the future of the world. Because we certainly need to prevent a situation where the war continues and the world forgets what is happening in that part of the world. And this is why, through education, through this program, through Gala Dinner in Blenheim, we want to bring people who are socially responsible, who are really conscientious and capable to make, just something really, helpful in lives of those dislocated and other, just international students who can work together and make, just the world more innovative, more productive, and more peaceful.